Hello again, and welcome to the second part of the requirements for lane departure warning. Now we completed the FUSA requirements. Now let's touch upon the cyber security requirements. The LDW must be protected against cyber threats, ensuring confidentiality, integrity, and availability. The secure boot and firmware integrity. This is very important. Authenticated boot process, digital signatures for firmware updates. So there must be proper digital signature for firmware update. And next is secure over the air update with rollback protection. So what is this rollback protection? So whenever the latest software is not working properly, the system should roll back to the previous version of the software. That is called rollback protection. So this is a very important cyber security. And next is secure communication. CAN Ethernet for LDW related data. So this communication must be properly encrypted so that no outside hacker can log into the data. Next is the message authentication. HMAC, AES 12256 to prevent spoofing. So these are the various standards that are used to ensure message authentication and access control and intrusion detection. Role-based access control for service tools, anomaly detection. Next is penetration testing and vulnerability testing. Regular penetration testing, example, first testing for camera inputs. Actually, this penetration testing usually is done by some third parties rather than the tier 1 also. Sometimes usually tier 1 also subcontracts these requirements to some tier 2 or tier 3 operator. So there must be some kind of subcontracting. If the system logs lane departure events, anonymization may be required for GDPR compliance. Next is deeper dive into functional safety mechanism cyber security testing. So just now we touched upon some at a superficial level. Let's slightly deep dive into the functional safety mechanisms. To achieve ASIL B, tier 1 suppliers must implement these safety mechanisms. First is it must take care of redundancy and diversity. Dual camera radar Dual camera radar fusion uses secondary sensor to cross-validate lane markings. Example, if the camera fails, the system may rely on radar detected road edges with reduced accuracy. So even though the accuracy is not as accurate as the camera, sometimes even radar can take care of can identify the road edges, radar detected road edges. Next is this diverse algorithms. Two independent lane algorithms mitigate common cause failure. So if one algorithm goes wrong, then other algorithm takes over. So this is called diverse algorithm. And real-time monitoring. Heartbeat monitoring. ECU must send periodic alive signals. Absence triggers a reset. Okay. So ECU must occasionally it sends a alive signal. It must tell the system that it is alive. Otherwise, its absence triggers a reset. Otherwise, the ECU may get reset. Next is plausibility check. Cross check with map data. Compare LDU output with steering torque sensor and also cross check with map data. HD maps known for lane count. This is the plausibility check. Next is fail safe responses. Degraded modes. Level 1 reduce warning sensitivity. Level 2 disable LDW but notify driver via dashboard warning light. Now this degrade modes I already informed you. Sometimes it should reduce the warning sensitivity. Example, only audible alerts if camera is partially obscured. Next comes the safety related hardware. Okay, ECC memory, voltage monitors, detecting correct bit flips in RAM, shutdown if the power supply fluctuates beyond plus or minus 5%. All these things are concerned to the hardware related safety. Now, what are the main cyber security testing methods? What is the main standard of the cyber security testing? It is ISO or SAE 21434. All right. First is threat analysis and risk assessment. Attack trees. Model threats, example spoofed camera data leading to false warnings. Next is risk ratings. Prioritize mitigations based on impact and exploitability. This comprises of the threat analysis and risk assessment. Next is penetration testing. This I briefly touched upon already. First testing, inject mal-informed data into camera inputs. Okay, this is like you are deliberately injecting mal data or a malfunctioning data to see the output, whether to check whether the output is also going wrong or not. Next is the bus exploits. Spoof can messages to stimulate false LDW alerts. Okay, so false can messages can be sent just to simulate the false LDW alerts and also flood the network to test denial of service resilience. Okay, so these are all the various types in which the cyber security can be tested. Next is of course a physical attack, tamper with the camera module to bypass authentication, probe debug ports for unauthorized process, cryptographic validation, key management, secure storage of encryption keys. So proper encryption keys must be stored. That is called cryptographic validation and certification, compliance with AutoSAR, CryptoStack or similar standards. Next is ongoing monitoring. I mean, this is like proactive monitoring. The proactive monitoring includes IDS, intrusion detection system, detect anomalies. So suddenly there's a spike in LWDW alerts. So it immediately becomes alert. The system becomes alert and checks what that sudden spike is about. Log events for forensic analysis. This is more like logging so that later the diagnostic trouble code can be verified. OTA security. Now this is something which is I am repeating again and again. This OTA security is very important because this is the one. This is a how to say slightly soft spot where man in the middle attacks during the firmware updates. A man can easily attack the data transfer when the data transfer is going on. So this is a slight soft corner and a soft or underbelly. That's the reason OTA security is of primary importance. Now let's see some examples of safety and cyber security integration. First is camera failure, switch to degrade mode and alert. And cyber security mitigation is secure boot prevents malicious firmware. Okay. Next is false LDW warnings. Then safety check is plausibility checks with the steering. And also cyber security mitigation, can message authentication. Is the can message authentic or not with the help of the MAC protocol. OTA update hijacking. Roll back to last safe version. This is something which I touched upon already. So whenever there is a problem with the latest version of the software which is the previous version, it takes over. That is called rollback. Digital signatures and encrypted payloads. Okay, digital signatures and encrypted payloads ensure that no external hacker or external agency can enter into the system. Okay, so these are the various types of FUSA and cyber security standards which lane departure warning has to fulfill. Okay, thank you.